Hello and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. I'm your host, Holden Walter, and today's topic of discussion is Ethernet cables. We are even going to show you how to make one. Ethernet cables are used to transmit data to and from network devices. The type of cable can limit your transfer, download, or upload speeds. Most routers and all switches have multiple ports for attaching these cables. The trick is having a cable long enough to reach your peripheral device. Just like USBs and other I/O connectors, Ethernet has a variety of different specifications and standards. The cable type can range from Category 1 to Category 8. The category number increases as the insulation increases, thus allowing for faster transfer speeds at higher frequencies. For example, Cat 1 has a maximum frequency of 10 kHz and 1 megabit per second throughput versus Cat 8 that has a 2 GHz frequency and 40 gigabits per second rating. Almost all higher category cables are backwards compatible, given they share the RJ45 form factor. Also note that some cables will have specialized EMI shielding and weather-resistant jacketing. The most common Ethernet cable standard still in use is Cat 5e. However, most new installations are using Cat 6e or 6a. Now, let's dive into making an Ethernet cable. We will be making a TIA 568 Type B configuration, the most common type of the two, with the other being TIA 586 Type A. Let's see how it's made. First, we begin by stripping the outer insulation, paying close attention not to score the insulation on the inner twisted pairs. It is best to score the outer insulation and break it off by hand to ensure that you have not cut too deep. Next, we cut off any pull wire or additional internal insulation that does not integrate with the connector. Now, we splay out and straighten the twisted pairs. This part can be hard on your fingertips, but it is important to straighten the wire as much as possible if you want a consistent grip on the RJ45. Next, we begin to align the splayed wires into the TIA 568B standard: orange-white, orange, green-white, blue, blue-white, green, brown-white, brown. If you make enough of these, you will memorize this in no time. Now, we cut the inner wires to the appropriate size. The length will vary slightly by the type of RJ45 connector you are using. The main goal is to cut the inner wires to where they can reach the end of the connector while still allowing for part of the outer insulation to be crimped on the back of the RJ45. It is helpful to have a pair of very sharp side cutters. You will want to visually check that the wires have made it to the end of the RJ45 connector before using the crimp tool. Crimp once and ensure that the metal probes have seated correctly into the copper strands beneath. Also ensure that the outer insulation in the boot area has been crimped into the rear of the connector. Finally, you will want to ensure that your wire is not compromised by using a cable tester. As always, thanks for tuning in and have a great rest of your week